Hello, my name is Marcus, and I'm known around here as a guy who does things with words. And I realize that most of you have no idea what you're doing here. On behalf of the staff here, I have made this instructional video explaining what we do and what we're all about. The website you are on is Japanator. Japanator is an internet about Japan culture, a country near Asia. Now, whoa! Hold on for just a second there. What's with all these weird words I'm throwing out to you about? Well, I'm glad you asked, because Japanator is here to help settle your lifelong struggle with words. So, let's start with the basics. What the heck is Japan? And how did it get here? And why haven't I heard of it until now? Well, Japan was founded in the early 1200s by two Frenchmen of the noble blood, Jules de Monts and Vincent Vega, who were scouting the seas one day in search of the dirty British that were sneaking about. The two men happened upon an island and decided to settle their men on the land and name it Japon, an old French saying that roughly translates to pretty tight island. After some misunderstandings between who owned which portion of the land, the two men separated and got really pissed at each other. They created separate factions to rival one another. Jules trained his men to fight with honor and to talk tough shit with one another, only to slice their men in two with their sharp swords. They would later be known in history as samurai. Vincent's men were taught to be stealthy, hide in the shadows, and act like a bunch of pussies. These warriors would later be called ninja. The period in which these two men fought each other would be known as the Sengoku period. Wow, I'm starting to get confused myself with all this mumbo jumbo. Anyway, these men fought for over 700 years until finally, in 1922, the two sides forgot exactly why they were fighting in the first place. They shook hands and decided to be allies. In 1928, a new craze was hitting the world: animation. American pioneer and future creator of Facebook, Walt Disney, was sweeping his nation with films like Jumanji and The Brave Toaster, when finally Japan got super jealous and created its first animated hit, Devilman. From there, Japan was on a rise to become a powerhouse along with the other world leaders. After the hit animation, Japan reached new heights in creating the world's first roller coaster, as well as the first self-functioning robot. Then there was a war, and then, in 1989, Japan found a second new success to follow up the creation of the Japanese animation, the manga. It was truly brilliant at the time. Japan would sell the manga for large sums of cash to the demanding market, and at the same time, they would be spending much less than they would on animation due to the lack of color and movement. It was mainly a huge hit with older and senior folks, since they can keep up with the manga better because it moves at a much slower pace than regular animation. In the same year, Japan changed their native language from French to the now popular Japanese, where phrases like "Watashi wa Marcus desu" and "Toete itemo ii desu ka" began. The language is also very welcome to change, as the pop music group Kawaii spread the nation with their catchy yet fucking annoying songs like Kawaii's hit single Neko Cat, Kawaii's other hit single Sugoi, Kawaii's first B-side album, Kawaii, and their number one hit, Boys in the Hood.
Started talking shit, wouldn't you know? Reach back like a pimp, slap the hoe.
Ironically, another popular term, ugu and hing, was made famous when the lead singer of the band had an epileptic seizure on the stage in 1993. she will be missed. Which finally brings us to modern times, where Japan is a kawaii place, and a beautiful because it is full of sakura trees and rice fields desu. So, what have we learned about Japan? Well, I for one know that I will always love anime and stupid people will always love manga. But apart from the perfection of Japan, and how absolutely wonderful everything in it is, I'm glad that I could help share all this info to a yearning young person like you. Now, I hope you understand how everyone here at Japanator feels about Japan, and know a little more about what we have to do. Well, that's it for now, but I'll leave you with a short slideshow showcasing the beauty and perfection of Japan. Sayonara! That means goodbye in Japanese.